He's from Armenia. You get to 100,000 miles, it falls apart. So was easier to buy a boring Elantra than get a good new mechanic.
Hyundai Elantra sounds fancy, but it's a utility vehicle. Drives good, gets good gas mileage. It's the same gray color that all the gray cars are. Looks like all the Japanese and Korean cars they sell here. It drives well. It's not expensive. It's comfortable. Gets good gas mileage. It's a car. It's just a car. In November, last November before Christmas, I was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, a word that's impossible to spell. I was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's. A neurodoc at Georgetown Hospital came in and gave me the news and then left. I thought for a short period of time, how lucky. How lucky that I should have gotten it early. What good fortune. That must mean that they'll catch it quick, and I'll be treated early, and all will be good. This wasn't the case. I quickly found out that early means that I was too young to have this disease, which meant that I'd get to live with it for a longer period of time, since I was so young, and Alzheimer's is so unrelenting. And there is really nothing that they can do at the early stages except throw some drugs at me and suggest that I would eventually be unmanageable at home and would, all being well, need to end my days in a nursing home or something like that. How lucky I was to get it early.
The first and foremost thought in his mind, beyond the obvious, was, would he be able to drive? He took a series of tests at Adventist Hospital in Maryland and passed.
I did very well on my live driving test in the Chevy Nova that was donated and tricked out especially for driving tests. The Chevy had an extra brake pedal on the passenger side. It had a lift for a wheelchair on the roof. It was stripped down to be a car that an impaired person could drive with a coach who could stop the car in a pinch. In my case, the test was stopped early. I did that well. I signaled when it was time to change lanes. I signaled for turns. I looked first left and then right at turns. I was aware of the speed limits. I pulled into a parking lot and parked. I reversed out of the parking space I had just parked in, and I looked over my shoulder to see what was behind me as I backed out. I pulled into a gas station as directed. I entered and left a traffic circle. I nailed this test.
Jim still drives. If he's going beyond our hood, he takes a GPS. He also drives 3.5 hours each way to visit his 89-year-old dad once a month.
For this trip, I have to travel on I-95, where there is a lot of traffic, some of it going 90 miles an hour or faster. I stay in the speed limit. My dad isn't supposed to drive. He recently scared the driver of a 16-wheeler, and we got a call from the Virginia State Police in Petersburg. He scared the heck out of me 1 or 2 times, too. When I visit, we go to lunch at the China Buffet or the Piccadilly Cafeteria, and I drive. He's okay with that. I don't know what he does on all the days when I'm not there, and I don't think I want to know. The car I drive now is a Hyundai. It's a car. It's just a car. But for the time being, that's all I need. I have a life. It's just my life. For now, it's a life with a car in it.
A life and a wife.